Hey guys, Catherine here from Some on Sleeve. The reason why I talk a lot about growing up, how I was raised, and my parents is because I firmly believe that that experience and that history of mine really affects how I interact with the people I am in relationships with as an adult. So let me share with you a trigger moment I had recently with my husband. So my daughter and I like to make muffins on the weekends while my husband does his open houses. One day, we were having breakfast, and I say to my husband, I think I'm gonna start making more bread instead of muffins. And he's like, okay, cool. Just don't make so much. At that moment, a wave of hurt feelings comes, and I'm feeling angry at him, and I'm feeling upset. So I start asking him all these questions, like, what do you mean I make too much? Do you not like my muffins? Like, have I made too much in the past? And then he's like, whoa, like, all I'm saying, I'm just being practical here. We just don't want the bread to go bad. So at that moment, I took a deep breath and I did some self-reflection. And I was thinking, why am I feeling this way? Why am I so triggered by what he said, what that comment, like that comment that he made? And I started thinking about my past. And my mom, which I've shared quite a bit on my blog about, shows her love through food. And growing up, she would always be super creative in the kitchen, trying to make the best dishes for my sisters and me. But my dad is a traditionalist, so every time she made something funky, my dad would always say, like, oh, don't make that, like, I'm not gonna eat it, like, just don't make too much, things like that. And she would always get upset, but she would respond by saying, I'm not making it for you. You don't have to eat it. I'm making it for my daughters, my girls. Jump back to my conversation with my husband. In that moment, he reminded me of my dad. And that was why I was being so upset with his comment about making too much bread. Within a moment that I was able to come to that conclusion, I told him the story. I told him that this is what my mom used to do, this is what my dad used to do and say, and that's why I feel this way. And my husband just got it. He's like, oh, I could totally see your dad saying that. I totally get, because he's obviously met my parents a billion times. And so within that second of doing some self-reflection, we were able to kind of avoid a fight. And ultimately, the whole purpose of me doing that self-reflection is so that my daughter, who was witnessing this whole thing, wouldn't have the same trigger moment that I had. So the next time you have a trigger moment where someone says something that just makes you really angry or upset or disappointed, take a deep breath and think through what values is this person pinching? You know, why do those words that this person said mean so much to me for me to feel this, you know, this heated feeling? Because once you have that moment to reflect, you know, you can start telling your story. You can start telling this person not the fact that you're the one who's making me feel this way, but rather, why am I feeling this way? And focus on your feelings and your story so that they have a better understanding of you. Because the more they understand the more they understand yourself, the more they understand you, and the stronger and more meaningful the relationship you have with them. So I hope really that helped explain how we were raised, and the way parents treated us growing up really does affect our future relationships. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching my video. Please leave your comments and your questions and any topics you'd like me to cover below. Thanks.